Hey guys, it's Anthony here and this is my review of Lenovo's latest iteration of Thinkpad Trackpoint Keyboard. So the Thinkpad users should already be very familiar with the keyboard and its layout, as it's almost one-to-one copy of the one that comes in the 14-inch Thinkpad laptops such as the T490, T480 or the X1 Carbon series. It's basically the same thing stripped out of the touchpad, because who needs one, right? So if you ever found yourself using the track point more than the touchpad, you definitely are the target market group. There are differences between this device and the laptops, although not many. The trackpoint keyboard doesn't feel as sturdy as the typical one from the ThinkPad laptops. It's light at only 500 grams and simply does not provide this firm, sturdy base under my fingers. On the other hand though, the key travel and clickiness still remains the same. For some reason the trackpad on the T480 is crazy fragile compared to the other one, but only on Linux. On Windows there's not much difference. It's something you get used to after a few minutes. So let's have a listen to a few samples of me typing first on the T480 and then on the Trackpoint Keyboard 2. I can't really tell if one is better than the other, but this keyboard clearly wins when it comes to keeping the good posture or getting rid of the back pains. It did make a difference to me. The comfort of not having to look down on the laptop screen is indescribable. It really is amazing. However, you would not get this feeling of sturdy, rigid ThinkPad under your hands. You can only get so much out of one device. The trackpoint keyboard is wireless only, but on the bright side it offers two ways of Bluetooth connectivity, via dongle or without it at all, true wireless. The keyboard can be paired with the laptop similarly to any other Bluetooth device. Surprisingly, I could even connect it with my iPhone and it worked pretty well. There's one problem though. The keyboard cannot be connected wirelessly to a few devices at the same time, so anytime I switched laptops, I had problem with setting up the connection, and at the end the trackpoint keyboard had to be paired again. There was also a problem with connecting it to CentOS 7. The system would drastically slow down as long as the keyboard was connected wirelessly. The dongle on the other side is very much dependable. I found out that I can actually easily switch between two devices as long as one is connected wirelessly, the other one via dongle. There's a switch on the back making it easy to change from dongle to wireless and back. As I said before, the keyboard is not much different from the 14-inch ThinkPad laptops. This also applies to overall size of the keyboard and size of the particular keys. I think it's very compact, maybe even one of the smallest keyboards on the market. The three trackpoint buttons are a little different from the T480, but supposedly very similar to the ones in the new T14 series. There's also a switch that changes the behavior of the function keys. There is an Android mode and Windows mode. I'm a daily Linux user and have it on Windows mode all the time. It does the job. When it comes to compatibility with various operating systems, it's all good as long as you don't want to work with it on Mac or iPhone. The trackpoint does work on all the devices, but the key bindings are tricky on Apple. I would not recommend it to any Apple user. Just stay with your super extra large touchpad. On Linux and Windows it works as expected, just like any standard keyboard. And now it's time for the most hated ThinkPad thing, the FN and control key situation. These two cannot be interchanged with software. They stay where they are, and if you consider buying this keyboard, you either already love this layout or will have to get used to it. I myself find it extremely comfortable. You might have also noticed that my keyboard is flat all the time. It's not that I like it flat, it's the lack of choice Lenovo left me. It's also healthier for the wrist to have the keyboard flat. Having used it for 4 days, one of the leg stands broke, and apparently it's not something that could be replaced on warranty. I know I'm not the only one with this problem. The material the legs are made out of is just weak. I wish this keyboard came with metal leg stands, so now I'm left with one leg only and keyboard flat all time long. The battery life is long enough not to care about it. I think it's at least 3 or 4 weeks. Lenovo says it's about 2 months. I've used it intensively last half a year and charged it probably less than 10 times. For me it's good enough. The charging port is USB-C and the cable comes with the keyboard. It's also quite practical that when charging it still can be in use. The quality of the keyboard seems fine until something breaks, of course. Fortunately, there's not much to break. The keys work excellent after half a year of extreme more than 8 to 12 hours a day use. The only thing I don't like apart from the broken leg is that sometimes the keyboard makes this squeaky sound in the corners when I put my wrists on it. It also bends in the middle. This keyboard is the only wireless compact trackpoint keyboard on the market. It is so cool and it completely changed the way I work with my laptop. I know it's pricey, but it's the only thing like this on the market. So with that in mind, go buy this thing and you will not regret it. Okay guys, if you found this video interesting, let me know in the comments and I hope to see you soon. Siema!